As the partnership firm grows and expands, the partners may decide to convert the firm into a limited company or sell the firm to an existing company due to various advantages derived from it. In such cases, it is obvious that partnership firm comes to an end. So, but the procedure is more or less like that of simple dissolution. So now we have to see the procedure, that is, first we have to transfer the assets and liabilities to realization account at book value. So the assets first transferred to realization account, then liabilities transferred to the realization account. Sometimes they take the cash also, means then you have to convert the transfer the cash also. Then whatever the assets and liabilities are there in the balance sheet, first transferred to realization account. After transferring the all assets and liabilities to realization account, next one is purchase consideration. That purchase consideration is settled by them in the form of cash or shares. But now the entry is purchasing company name account debtor to realization account. So after the purchasing price is fixed, then in which form of they paid, in which form they paid the purchase price, whether it should be in the form of cash or in the form of equity shares. So whatever they offered, or they offered both, then we have to write a journal entry for this: cash account debtor, equity shares in purchasing company account debtor to purchasing company account. So the next entry is assets not taken over by the purchasing company or disposed of to outsiders, or the partners, they have to take own themselves. If there is any profit or loss on sale of such a disposal of assets is transferred to realization account. The realization account is purely open for this purpose only, so we have to credit that profit or loss into the realization account. Alternatively, even though the assets are not taken over by the company, should be transferred to realization account and realized through it, so that the profit or loss will automatically get to transferred in this particular account. Here, the liabilities are not taken over by the purchasing company, which should be disposed of by the firm or paid off by the firm to the creditors of the firm. If there is any profit or loss arises due to the discount provided by creditors, then it should be transferred to realization account. So the entry is, the settlement entry is realization account debtor to cash. Suppose the discount is there, then discount is credited for the partnership firm. The next entry is expenses on realization. That expenses, whatever the expenses we spend for the realization process, that expenses is debited in the realization account. After completing the realization expenses, then you have to close the account, realization account. If there is any surplus is there on the debit side, so it's a profit, or if there is any deficit is there in the credit side, then it should be owned by all the partners in their profit sharing ratio. Realization account differences, whether it is profit or loss, that should be borne by the partners according to their profit sharing ratio, and it should be transferred to their capital account. then the cash and the shares received from the purchasing company will be divided among the partners as per the agreement and books are closed. Next procedure in this process is methods of purchase consideration. The purchase price may be given sometimes in the question as a lump sum, but very often the purchase price is not given, but we have to calculate it, whatever the instruction they stated in the problem. On this basis we have to calculate. At present there are two methods of calculating the purchase consideration. The one is net asset method, then the second one is net payment method. So the first method is net assets method. As per this method, the agreed value of all assets taken over by the company, including goodwill, will be first totaled. Whatever the value, agreed value by the company for taking the assets is totaled. Then the next one is whatever the liabilities taken over by the company is also considered, then deducted from the assets taken over by the company in the earlier stage. So assets minus liabilities which should be taken over by them as per the agreement, then the difference is called as net assets, that is purchase consideration. Hence the purchase consideration is arrived. Second method is net payment method. All the payments made by the purchasing company should be in the form of cash, shares and debentures should be totaled, and this should be a purchase consideration amount. That is what you say is called a net payment method. Net payment method. Sometimes the purchasing company also pays the cost of winding up. Winding up means realization expenses which should be borne by them, then it should be considered and added with the purchase consideration amount. Whether it should be net payment method or net asset method, that purchase consideration amount added with the cost of winding up or realization expenses borne by the purchasing company. Okay, another important point to remember in division of shares among the partners is a very important thing. The shares should be divided among the partner as per the agreement which is stated in the sum or question. But if nothing is mentioned in the question or sum in this prospectus, the shares may be divided in their profit sharing ratio or alternatively in the ratio of their final claim in the capital account of the partner. If the shares are divided in profit sharing ratio, the balance claim will be paid in cash. But in case the shares are divided in the ratio of their final claim, then the cash will also be divided in the same ratio. Whatever the shares is divided as per the claim of final settlement in the capital account, that same proportion the cash will also be divided among all the partners.